2 full years in office, what letter grade would you give President Obama? And just like a teacher would on a progress report, what areas did he excel in and what areas needs a little more work?
Sure. I think that I would give him a very strong grade. I would give him somewhere between a B+ and an A- because he's learning as we go. But let me suggest why the mark is so high. I'm judging his performance by the degree of difficulty of the assignment. And I think that's an important thing to do when you're an educator or a grader. I think that he was given a very deep hole out of which to dig, so that his challenges were immensely great. The largest recession known to this country, the worst economic times since the Great Depression. He has been able to deliver on health care reform, which will reduce costs for the business community. Think of it. The family plans were projected to go up by $1,800 per year. Within a decade, we would go from $13,000 for an average family plan to $31,000 in a decade. Unacceptable. So he delivered on health care reform. He delivered on Wall Street reform when they said the powerful bank interests would deny that kind of progress. He overcame those odds. He delivered on community colleges to strengthen them. He delivered on making certain that we strengthen Social Security. He's providing for all sorts of input in the loan opportunity that we just did. He just signed into law. $30 billion package for opening up the loans opportunities for our small business community. Already, I'm hearing from businesses in this district that have been benefited in the last few weeks by that opening up the credit flow. So I think it's important to say that the degree of difficulty was immense, and he's hovering in an A category. Okay,
and just to be clear, an area that needs improvement.
I think the area that needs improvement is probably calling all of us to come in together to be reviewed for this one. And I'm on to the S and U category, the satisfactory and unsatisfactory. He has tried to play best with others and to be bipartisan in his approach. I would suggest that he's got to continue to work at that, albeit it's not for his not trying. He has attempted in every which way to be bipartisan.
Mr. Danz, how would you grade the president?
Well, I'm going with an F. We got a president that's doing on-the-job training. Certainly isn't the job and isn't the place for it. Health care, Mr. Tonko just mentioned that health care was going to go up $1,800. Well, you know what? It's going up $2,000 next year, and it's because of the health care package. It's because of the enhanced requirements of the Obama health care package. My company alone has received notification that we will have a 15% increase in our health care coverage if the average employee costs $850 a month. A 15% increase over the course of the year will be the equivalent of a $2,000 a year increase. I got to tell you, I don't think my company can absorb 50-some employees at that kind of a rate increase. So my options are, do I go to my people and say, you're going to have to participate in this increase? I guess that's a fancy way of saying, you're going to get stuck with it. Or do I say, I'm going to eat it,